And I'll be spitting on the living till I get my cross some kind of milestone. To save money for his plain wine. My stupid son never grasped the finer points of life. My guts burst, but my mind stays sharp. In this cold clay, the cemetery dust, and all that loving that's leaving, replaced now with complaining down in this hole. And I'll be spitting on the living till I get my cross a kind of milestone. Prepare to fight.
Good luck and have fun. Good luck
3,
and have fun.
2, 1. Fight. Lead lost. Impressive. Flags and 2 seconds. Excellent. Excellent. Lead tied. Excellent. Lead lost.
frags left. One frag left. Vote now. Vote passed. Prepare to fight.
Good luck and
3,
have fun.
2, 1. Fight. Lead lost. Lead tied. Lead lost. Lead tied. 2 frags. Impressive. Quad damage. Revenge. Combo kill. Headshot. Combo kill. Impressive. Excellent. Quad damage. Revenge. Quad damage. Impressive. Impressive. Quad damage. Impressive. 2 frags left. Impressive. You lose.
Good luck.
Impressive. Impressive. In 2 seconds. Excellent. Combo kill. damage. Impressive. Revenge. Mid-air. Quad damage. Quad damage. Excellent. Impressive. Excellent. Impressive. Quad damage. Quad damage. Impressive. Prepare to fight.
Good luck and have fun.
3, 2, 1. Fight. Lead last. Lead lost. Lead tied. Lead taken. Lead tied. Impressive. Quad damage. works in 2 seconds. Excellent. Rampage! Impressive. Quad damage. Impressive. Impressive. Revenge. Impressive. Combo kill. Impressive. Impressive. One frag left. Mid-air. Lead lost. Lead. Vote now. Vote passed. Combo kill.
You best pick up your phone, cause you don't wanna be here when the world
2 rails. Impressive.
no pain, no gain. Old saying, if you tryna go ahead, get your Benjamins, but homie, remember when you go figure
Damage. Prepare to fight.
Good luck and have fun.
bring you the rough road, you only visit
3, 2, 1.
with the mental hand.
Fight.
Sick of you, nights in the winter again.
Lead lost.
Moved out to Michigan, looking and dodging. In the drywall. But his family doing good. Can't they pick him off a spare plate? Maybe a rib. Independent truckies.
The whole entire universe. They ghetto like a nigga, fine light on them. Instead the chain like a nigga, right on them.
Impressive. 2 frags in 2 seconds. Excellent. Revenge. location. Excellent. Impressive. Impressive. 3 frags left. 2 frags left. 1 frag left. You lose. Vote passed.
You said to me romantically, together we would always
It's a fight.
a life of pain and fun.
3, 2,
Good luck and
1.
have fun.
Fight. Lead lost. Two rails, impressive tide. Lead lost. Lead tide. Lead lost. Impressive. Lead tied. Lead taken. Impressive. Excellent. Impressive. 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 Lead time. Lead taken. Lead time. Lead lost. Lead tied. Lead lost. Lead tied. Lead lost. Lead tied. Lead lost. Impressive. Lead tied. Impressive. Lead lost. Lead tied. Lead lost. Impressive. Lead tied. Impressive. Lead taken. Headshot. Impressive. Lead time. Impressive. Lead lost. Lead tied. Lead taken. Lead tied. Lead taken. Lead tied. Lead taken. Excellent. Lead tied. Lead taken. Lead tied. Lead lost. Excellent. Lead tied. Revenge. Lead taken. Lead tied. Lead lost. Lead tied. Impressive. Lead taken. Lead tied. Lead lost. Lead tied. Lead taken. Lead tied. Lead taken. Lead tied. Lead lost. Lead tied. Impressive. Lead lost. 3 frags left. Lead tied. Impressive. lost. 2 frags left. Lead tied. Lead taken. 1 frag left. Lead tied. Vote now. Vote passed. Prepare to fight. Three, two, one. Fight. Lead lost. Humiliation. Two frags in 2 seconds. Excellent. Excellent. Regeneration. Lead time. Regeneration. Lead lost. Lead time. Lead lost. Lead tied. Lead lost. 2 rays. Impressive. Time. Lead taken. Impressive. Lead time. Excellent. Regeneration. Lead lost. Excellent. Revenge. Regeneration. Lead tide. Excellent. Regeneration. Lead lost. Impressive. Impressive. Excellent. Headshot. Excellent. Regeneration. Regeneration. Combo kill. Regeneration. Revenge. Perforated. Excellent. Impressive. Revenge. Excellent. Quad damage. down. Quad damage. Vote passed. Prepare to fight. 3, 2, 1. Fight. Lead lost. Impressive. Two frags in 2 seconds. Excellent. Lead tied. Quad damage. Lead taken. kill. Impressive. Combo kill. Impressive. Three frags left. Two frags left. One frag left. Impressive. Vote now. Vote passed. Prepare to fight.
Good luck and have
3,
fun.
2, 1. Fight. Lead lost. Lead time. Haste. Two rails. Impressive. Quad damage. Haste. Lead. 2 frags in 2 seconds. Lead lost. Quad damage. Haste. Haste. Impressive. Haste. Haste. Lead tied. Lead taken. Quad damage. Quad damage. Revenge. Quad damage. Quad damage. Haste. Impressive. Humiliation. Quad damage. Haste. 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 Impressive. Revenge. Excellent. Quad damage. Haste. Three frags left. Excellent. Two frags left. One frag left. Excellent. Quad damage. Haste. 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 You win. Prepare to fight. Three, two, one.
Yo, test, раз, два. Yo, тест, раз, два. Since well, first of all, I wanted to maybe to do it in Russian because it's easier, but obviously the broader audience would be the English speaking, right? So I'll do it in English. And this is one of the stupid goals that I set up, I guess, for the one of the donations, and that I would watch my friends' movies and maybe share something that you didn't know that could be found funny or interesting at some point. I don't know, but yeah. Right. So good way to do it, I think, would be to watch it fully as a whole first, and then kind of rewind and talk about some stuff. But yeah, I don't know how long it's gonna take. It's gonna be like two rewatches. I mean, to do it justice, you need to do it twice, right? To do it uninterrupted and then interrupted. But I think the core audience that I do this video for already watched this movies too many times, so they're not really interested in watching it like through this video. I'll link it obviously in my description. I maybe gonna record this and put it, I don't know. But yeah, if you wanna start, I mean, we can start with mood point. But when I first learned about another thing, how do I pronounce it? Because in English, if you pronounce it, it's a mouthful, right? WNTT, because of the way how you pronounce W. But in Russian, it's actually quite like fast. You can pronounce it as VNTT, because W becomes a V, and it's very faster and not as mouthful as WNTT. So I will call him VNTT as Russian, you know. Russian translated kind of translation. We want to start with him and how we at first started to collaborate. Let's say I've watched quite a few of his movies and I saw them. He started to upload them quite well, not too far away from point, but I did find them really amusing and really funny. Like this type of videos. It's on his channel with the Frag movies, with Untitled. He just sorted by the 14 years old, and then you will get the gist, what kind of movies he makes, and I found it really funny. So I wrote to him, and I said that I really like what he's doing, and would maybe love to maybe provide for material. I think I'm not sure how it started, but then we just started to chat, and we chatted for a long time, for like maybe half a day. We just completely, you know, you get a new friend and you blabber about everything, and that's what, like, first day of introduction with Vented, I was like, but yeah, really liked him from the get-go, and one thing led to another, and we started to throw ideas. Maybe I can give you some material and you can get more your awesome movies. And it's how one of the first one came to be, I think, this one. And then after, obviously, it became we started to collect for more like material, and it became Moo Point at one point. Moo Point is like it's a combination of frags from 2010, maybe 9 till 2012, when it was released. Yeah, so it was like 2-3 years of TDM pickups, and I mean, to save you some time, yeah, this is the first movie that we made, I think, together, and it's not really obviously, it's just like you know how you have the kind of epiphany? This was epiphany for me before this, like 2012. Feb, this spawn on Purgatory. I know there was a spawn, but I never really thought to cautiously spam it, you know, to be prepared for it. So this frag was kind of like epiphany. Okay, the guy we just killed a bunch of guys, and they're probably gonna respawn behind this. So yeah, I remember because for some reason this was first recollection of me being aware of the spawn frags in Quake Life. How you can like force them, almost like the first time. this is just me being full of myself because I just did a good quad run and I decided, okay, I need time to show off, and because it's like already 35 frags difference, maybe that's what's like kicking me. I decided to self-damage. And then eventually kill my, frag myself. But I guess it was the Austrian team without Noctis. And I was playing with my team, Team Evolution, like Div 2 team at that time. Yes, this is part of the move point, I think, frag. Frag section. I guess this one flick is the most like the most that I'm proud of at the moment from this section, but overall it's just a DM20 frag run. Quad run, nothing really special, right? And yeah, this was Feb, and then became later that year I collected the demos and sent it to him, and obviously he had like the vision and the audio selected, so whatever audio was fit in, whatever frag section was fit in the audio and the track that he selected, I think that's what end up, obviously the quality plus the feel of being connected to the beat. He recently showed this full one which he had in mind, the different song, but it's a moment from Moon Point as well. The flickering is just very synced. Okay, so yeah, I'm not gonna watch it twice. It's gonna be too long of the video anyway. So yeah, let's start watching. Kind of iconic, that first frag of the major movie that I was with Vintute is on a legend as big as Deus. Although Deus probably is more of a, I mean, he's all around, I think, good player, but he's also CTF, very strong CTF player, not really TDM exclusive. Oh, that's, I don't know how much insightful it is, but how those frags came to be is just nothing but me seeing this LG dropped on the ground, and I know we just like died on a red room and a bunch of enemies there. So those just frags completely random. A lot of my cool frags that I think I did is completely random stuff. Because yeah, it's just I saw LG, I know they're gonna try to pick it up, so I'm gonna spam a couple of rockets in their direction and see what it. I think first rocket on impact was cool, but second rocket he could have dodged it probably. There's no way he should have taken second rocket. I don't know what to make of it, but it was kind of like also a eureka moment, and I decided, okay, I'm gonna blast him with LG and finish with Gauntlet, but I think it's only obviously possible on low ping. I'm not sure if he messed up and allowed for this Gauntlet kill, but yeah, it's kind of was bucket moment, you know. Oh, that's a like small midi, but it's prediction one, so it's very high in my book of my frags, you know. Oh, that one probably up there as well. Obviously very iconic for me. also was early in career, like all early in career. I wanted to say I'm not a cyber, I'm not a have a career in this cyber sports, but the early in my days of grinding and just playing Quake Live and TDM non-stop, this was like the frag was always like brewing in my mind. This one, so I kind of imagined it to be possible, but I never like. It just happened one time when I tried to execute it. So, but the notion of this kind of frag is also always right. And in a good fashion, even back then, I'm not sure if you noticed it. I spammed the nade on a spawn here, expecting him to spawn there. Well, that's I mean, I can talk about this as well, but there are two spots obviously from this tele exit that you can sit with a gauntlet firing, and you will sure have an impact on the enemy going from the tele. You just be right beside him, like in this one, which allows for the cool. Like if you time it with the nades, obviously it's a lot of damage, like 150 damage, right? But there's another one on the right of it here, where you can bounce the people off from, because after they jump, they always gonna be landing in the air, and your gauntlet knockback is gonna push them, always gonna push them over to the left side, so that they drop from the bridge. I mean, you can do cool stuff, prediction stuff with this position, but this one is much easier to execute. Much easier to execute, yeah. Also kind of Eureka moments. I know the guy gonna hide behind the walls, and again, what's the best weapon he can use, and it's probably nades to set up the trap or something. But cool thing about this trap or sequence, I didn't know it was like. Oh, it's sorry. There was obviously this wall, the angled wall, which allowed for this bounce. If you fire here and it goes to the left, right, to the nade. So kudos to whoever did the toxicity map design. That's a cool angle for the wall to have, and for nade to be spawned on this angle, for it to be bouncing to the left.
Some say revolution, I say reinvented.
Kind of sloppy, but the idea was obviously it's my kind of thing where I peek from the side and do this shotgun or rocket firing, and then hide behind the wall during the time of my weapon to be reloaded, right? So during this, I kind of managed to get them in a one place with the rockets, and then finished with the shotgun, and then it was just like, okay, lucky enemy appearance after my shotgun just reloaded, you know, in some sense. And the cool, I guess, a prediction on the frog, on a spawn. Again, knowing that that's gonna be a spawn, that there is a spawn there. Just be prepared and be aware of, okay, have the weapon that will deal maximum damage if the guy appears there. I don't know how, it's not a hit, I think this one, the rocket that goes right now, it will connect to the, oh, it's a hit, okay. I thought it was gonna connect with the pillar, and the pillar gonna bounce him off, but this is weird bounce from the rocket there. He goes to the left, like dropping.
A moo point?
Yeah, it's like a cow's opinion. Doesn't matter. It's moo.
I guess nothing flashy from the previous work. It's just, again, most of that stuff was, I think, known that you can do it. You obviously could. It's just not many people went for those type of plays back then, or tried to. Maybe even now, not really. It's a waste of time in this kind of sense to chase frags like that, you know. But this section is kind of interesting. I guess again, it's one of the. It's very low chance that happens. How many frags I had? Like 5, 4. But the guys spawning in the same location, I deliberately stopped. Maybe I had the simple items off, so that's why I never really realized that, okay, rail was just spawning, so that I was thinking about the spawn frags I think at that time, and that was the reason why I did stop not picking up the rail. I was like, okay, he appeared there once, maybe I should spam some more weapons, you know, more ammo, in the hope that it's gonna appear. Obviously, you need to be careful on the frag feed to not see your team color to be fragged and thinking, okay. I mean, it happens a lot with me right now because this is what all I can do right now with the spawn frags, and my unfortunate teammates sometimes you know respawn with a rocket in their face from myself. But that was I don't know if how it counts for inside, but I think I played it on the laptop, and during this era I was like playing in my dormitory in university. I was skipping classes and I didn't really do that well, but because I was just playing Quake Live pickups non-stop. But I remember having crappy setup. It's just a laptop and mouse connected to the laptop. I think I even used the laptop keyboard to play pickups at that one. So movement wise, I think that's why what made this also possible. I had a clumsy setup and I needed to be efficient in my pickup. I needed to exploit every possible like frag and spawn frag, and that's why like I think the kind of section looks really robotic in movement wise. I think we had the same stock, but as I had the rocket, he just decided, okay, let me have it. Clicking to say I'm not. Let me take some armor, even though I have a BS. I needed some protection to go crazy. I didn't mean to damage him with this rocket, but I unfortunately did. And again, this gauntlet switch, it's not obviously from disrespect. I know some people view gauntlet as a disrespectful weapon. I think I kind of ran out of ammo at this point, and I was preserving ammo, and that's what made me, okay, I need to switch. Maybe I'll finish him with the gauntlet. Yeah, with the hood, it's not telling you the full story, but it's not out of like, okay, I'm gonna frag him and style off, but this is like probably preserving ammo at the moment. This one is kind of stupid, but I always think about this because there was no reason for me to delay red. Like, it's not a duel, you know. Amount of time amount of time I wasted to delay in this red, I could have probably taken it second time. Like, you know, take it as fast as possible, obviously. I think maybe I waited for somebody because I had some stacks, so I thought maybe my team is gonna pick it up. I'm not sure if I was delaying it before the quad appear, before quad timing, so that in any way, if I gonna take it and go to quad, the enemy is not gonna steal the next one. I don't think it was like that. I think I just delayed it. Maybe the game was very easy, but there was no reason for me to delay it. And again, the frags are just good prediction or good luck in prediction. This whole section is kind of, I don't know. At the time I did like the thing, the concept of aliasing, like changing your nickname. I mean, I did it in Quake 3 when I started playing Quake 3 in 2004 or something. Like I changed Quake name every day, every time I could. But this was Quake Live, and you had to create a new account with the browser. Quake Live at that point, and this was my alias frag run. And people were frustrated. I think in this section you will see people like opening console, because this was like 18 minutes. It was last quad, and because it was very close, and I think my rating, like this, my fake account rating on a pickup was really close to my original account. I'm not sure why I did it. I'm not the guy who really likes to go and create fake accounts and pretend to be somebody, like especially in a way for the pickup games to be affected. I don't think it's not just it's against what I what I believe in. But at that time I played some pickup games and I think I was rated fairly high, but I was still like unknown. I mean, they would probably know if it was Fierce, but they didn't know with the account that I was playing, and my account, my name was like that far. It was just like here without E, but underscore instead of. So oh shit. I remember this was very close game, and the guys were really not happy with the unknown, obviously experienced guy aliasing and faking his nick and playing under the fake account. But I remember playing my heart out. I think I played all the time. I play my heart out. I don't have this like off switch when I play. Maybe not into the like I'm not try harding, but I just cannot play to best of my abilities at that time. Obviously there is a day when I play like shit and the days like when I play good, but I was try harding this to win this, and this quadrant on the last 18 minute, last quadrant of the game, I think I clutched it. What always bugs me, like with the Quake Live, they had some kind of updates. They obviously rolled out the Quake Premium and Pro accounts. They also rolled out the loadouts. Like there was a public servers rotation, and there is a separation between pro maps and non-pro maps. You had to buy the pro account to be able to watch certain maps, which is kind of ridiculous. Just retrospectively, it's like it ruined public gaming, in my opinion. We had the public TDMs, we had public free-for-alls, and those rollouts, they just split community. They just split it right in half, and people who thought that's. I mean, obviously their marketing was like very poor with the ads on the billboards, right? But this is just like you already have a small community. You're already kind of struggling. It's not like we are doing great as Counter-Strike or something, but you do again and you split the community. You introduce all those dump downs, settings like loadouts, like auto hop 1, which I'm strongly feel against, and there was a moment where they enrolled new spawn locations on this map. Why I started with this rant. They enrolled some new spawn locations on the DM20, and it was like you still have it in the free for all, right? There is a right in front of me here. There is a spawn location, and I'm not sure if it was one of those moments when this is also was prevalent. It was still it was still like in TDM mod settings to have the spawn location like that, because you see nobody is behind me right now. I think nobody's even damaging me. I go to the telly, I kill one guy, and it's fairly quick. And there is a guy behind me with a plasma, and then I haven't. It's not even heard. Like in game, there is a game sounds, but how can he appear in front of me? Well, I mean, plasma gives it away. He probably follows me in a teleporter, right? Yeah. Okay. But the moment, I mean, it boggles me why the guy behind me even right now. Good choice of weapon. Obviously, you don't want to have a rail gun in a close range corridor like that. You use shotgun, right?
Excellent.
It's like a insight of what happened during that time, and also teaching you not to make mistakes in TDM. I guess that's the idea that I will go for with this kind of videos. That flick in the left, I don't know how insightful it is. You obviously could probably tell what it is, but it's me reaching the end of my mouse pad with my mouse and needing to reset the location of my mouse like to be centered. So that's what this flick is all about, I think. Kind of cool that I had this kind of. I think one of the reasons why I was accused of cheating at one point is how fast I was able to snap to the correct location of the enemy. Like the flick from this guy was quite fast, and people like, okay, this is not. There was demos at that time with when I played 2v2. People were like, no, it's not really. It sealed the deal for them when they saw kind of how fast I flick between enemies. And yeah, I mean, obviously cheating accusations is twofold. One, it's like it's flattering. Like if you get accused of the cheating, you've done something right. You're good enough to be accused of cheating. But obviously it's a strong accusation and it needs to be taken seriously. And every time I was accused, I was obviously providing demos, and I was like trying my hard to clean my name. I don't know, the sense of justice still holds strong to me. When it comes to gaming, I'm like really one of the people who will like. I mean, maybe somebody gonna watch this and think I'm still cheating. Coming from me, it's not gonna be like funny for them. But I'm kind of guy who's not gonna touch cheats. I don't know who wrote it in Israelity, but I remember it like maybe it was Ins. There was a saying that most of the people will not touch cheats with 10 foot pole or something. So I'm the kind of guy who will not even come close to the idea because it's so damaging. Like it's not worth it, you know. So that's I was really. I mean, it's not related to this one, but I remember it because of the snap between enemies was quite fast. And you know, okay, like less than a second, and I'm already on the next guy. So I contributed to my mouse sensitivity and mouse settings. I had the weird history of my mouse sensitivity. Obviously, back in the 2002, you had the, like really small mouse pads. You know, like a Fortune interview on Plus Forward. We had such a small mouse pads like that. But I had a different one, which was also very popular during that time. And with a small mouse pad, obviously you couldn't have the small sensitivity, right? What you needed to do the mouse precision or something. What the fuck is this? Yeah, you needed to have either enhanced pointer precision. I'm not sure how it behaves in Quake 3 actually. But I used it in Counter-Strike. Or you needed to have acceleration in game. And the idea was you had to have small enough sensitivity to be able to shaft and use LG very efficiently, like more or less efficiently. And you needed acceleration to be able to maneuver, move, and do fast movement and be able to spin your head 160, 180 degrees very fast. So that's where acceleration comes from. And my sense of mouse was always like relatively low sense, a bit different pitch and yaw like settings in the Quake Live, but acceleration around 1.17, 0.17 or 0.2. And I tried to find the type of acceleration that would allow me to have this kind of muscle memory to do the flick and turn my head 180. And I tried to get as close to 180 with the flick of the mouse as much as possible. And that kind of made me, okay, this is my benchmark and I'm gonna try use it all the time. I obviously was changing sensitivity at that time. I think I got introduced like relatively late with the notion that the mouse have different polling rate. I was using MX 518 that time. And one of the Russian guys, Koroider or MC Vagina, he was like, Mike, did you know you could increase your polling rate on this mouse like from 125 hertz to 500 hertz or like 1000 hertz? And I was like, no. He linked me some program that could like override the polling rate, and the mouse started to feel really precise. So that's like was like a really that was one of the boosts for me. But yeah, I coming back to this point where I was like, okay, I wanna have this precision. I still wanna have this kind of be able to do 180 very consistently with one flick, and then maybe double this flick and do 320 degree spins. Oh, 340, sorry. No, wait. Yeah, 340. No, 360. Sorry, my math is too drunk, I guess. Math, but yeah, that I still keep this notion. I can probably show it, but I don't know. I know if it's not really useful. So I contribute those kind of flicks to this point where I use these settings on my mouse very frequently and for a long time, so that I know that the flick that high, that strength of the flick will give me these mouse movements, this camera action in the game. So I'm trying too hard to clean my name here, but it's not a cheat to lock on the guy very fast enough. Plus, I missed him. That was kind of like I think it's just like, okay, I need to collect the weapon first and then finish the guy. That was my reason to abandon this fight. But I also was probably not very healthy by the sound of it. Worked out really good, right? That sidestep, I think it's like either showing off, or I knew I was able to take some damage, but I guess I saw how much I assessed how much I would take the damage and decided, okay, I'm gonna stay and finish him. Well, not with style, but also with precision, with confirmation that I'm gonna make another frag before dropping. Because if I would drop, it would have obviously easier time to machine gun me, but I would have much harder time to finish him off because I would be on low ground, right? Again, nice flick, and then I drop the weapon because I'm too low. At this point, there's too many frags and too many, bodies in the screen. At that point, I think I'm just gonna take the frag, take the quad, and go drop back. One of the cool things you can do, I'm not sure if, obviously it's like obvious to the people who know the game, but there are 50 bubble right here. And the one thing I try to do sometimes is that it's not happening quite often, but you can rocket jump from the location of the bubbles, of the HP bubbles, and you're gonna replenish your heart, your HP while you're in the flight, So you can rocket jump on top of 50. You're gonna land at the top with 100 because the damage you took from self-rocketing, you're gonna replenish it with a bubble, and that's, one of the tricks I try to use as much as possible as well. I think I didn't use this because location of the rocket jump, rocket splash right now feels like I would miss the 50 if there was 50 at all. Yeah, it was there. I think I saw it in a previous frame. Yeah, there is a few. Again, kind of eureka moments, right? You go in, you just jumping around, and you decide to turn your head and shoot a rocket spawn behind you. I think that was very stylish. In my opinion, it still holds one of the top frags that I did, even though it's so mediocre in a sense that, okay, the rocket on a guy who just spawned. But at that time, I remember it was like, okay, that's quite cool. Also, rocket placement here is like not like, I don't want to praise myself too much, but the rocket placement plus weapon choice, the next frame when I will gonna go to the telly, almost no chance. Too bad the guy didn't spawn there. But I knew instantly that I would need to switch to the machine gun, and it's no hesitation. You go to the telly, you switch to the machine gun at that time. And was this frag, also not very fancy one, but the idea was, okay, no way in hell I'm gonna hit the rocket with quad. I think I don't think there's much anything else I could have done better in this block, in this section. Good transition by him because like machine gun kill is like two different maps, but I didn't notice it at that time. But yeah, that guy was not happy with frogs as well. The cane, I guess, because I frog him afterwards. I love this little detail of console opening in the chat in a corpse. Laggy for you? I mean, I'm talking to myself at this point. Nobody watches it, so.
нас не догонят дальше от них.
Oh, it's like small idea, but yeah, you probably noticed it, right?
Только огни.
This is older version of Limbus, and the guys were still experimenting. They didn't. I mean, this window was too wide. It was too OP to hold the red room and rail, because you had such an easy window opening to quad that it was like no brainer. You need to hold red, and you need to hold rail, and then you're gonna show up. And this is one of the pathing that was too overpowered. I think you had to have some kind of the balance as they thought, and I can agree probably that they needed better handicap. They shouldn't have this quicker route to quad damage from the rail, and the switch of this window with that big of the gap was the best ideas that they fixed it almost right away.
Дрома мы убежим, нас не догонят дальше от них, дальше от дома.
Guess this is a core theme of the game. It's a movie, because I had so many spawn frags. Right now it's probably very mediocre. It's not holding in terms of like material. But back then nobody really done that that often and that consistent as I am, I think. Maybe just think it's, I guess, but not that I got lucky, but I think I just spammed it really often, so that obviously it's gonna connect one the next. Funny one. The guy who showed me this kind of angle, we were just like joining the server and we're just talking about the maps and games and how this map can play it. And the guy who showed it was Alteza, I think. He's like, oh, you could shoot a MG and you will have the clear angle on the red from this location, which was. And when I forgot the word, but ironically, the first guy had tried this trick on in the pickup was against him. Oh, this one. I mean, this one of the one of the most stylish bugs I think I did. And it's the combination of the fuck up of the guy, of Italian Dmitry, and it's combination of luck that he failed, because the location I'm in right now, it has rail, right? I think it showed on the previous frame. But this transition is really beautiful. And the sparks. So there was a rail. And the guy was on a bridge, obviously. I knew maybe he panicked because he heard me rocket jump to it. But I needed to the crash one. I think it's just the called trainer, like the model of the crash in the training section of Quake Live. So its subset is like that, called trainer. So the guy was rushing for rail, and I knew that I needed to be in his face, because if he had rail and has high ground, obviously I'm gonna be screwed. I miss the rocket, and I think he misses the jump. Or maybe he misses the jump before I rocket jump, right?
достать.
So yeah, there is a yellow, and there is behind the rail there. Yeah, there it is. So I guess he wanted to jump here because maybe he read my mind that I'm gonna rocket jump. So he didn't take the longest route of the stairs, and he wanted to land in between those pillars, which is possible. This is a possible jump. And this is the fastest way to get to the rail from before him, but he screwed up this run jump, which allowed me to do this stylish thing. The sparks is from this, you know, the corpse behind me, below me. Yeah, this is the corpse. Oh wow, flickering. So the sparks here is from the corpse, and it made really cool cut from editing from the entity went to that. The shotgun I dropped, I think they didn't pick up. I don't remember. I think at that time they didn't come back, and then maybe I announced it very late that he's gonna pick up. Maybe even that guy who's gonna get fragged picked it up. Also kind of obvious. Nothing special. But you first, I knew that I'm gonna attract, attract him or get his attention by machine gunning him. And I saw him like cleaning rail room, so expected him, if he had stuck, to come back and damage, and kind of calculated. And the same here. I think I did an educated guess as well. I saw a guy who is really comfortable about sitting in the corner of this map. And if you're comfortable sitting in the corner of this map, in this corner where I'm shooting at, that means, probably it means that the guy, your teammate, his teammate, is controlling rail, and their rail is secure. That being said, that was after quad. I knew he's gonna roam around the map to find some frags. So the same idea, educated guess, frag somebody, or grab some attention, because I grabbed his attention, and maybe the frag, the quad carrier saw that he's fighting with somebody, and went to the telly. But this is again very lucky for me. I guess it was too quick to be that kind of calculation, but yeah, it's the guy had quad here and shows in the video. I gotta do a top compilation of stylish frags, because the next one is really stylish in my opinion, and it's like one of the proudest moments. And I played like between friends, between the team that I was in at the time, with I think Solex, Tycoon, and Dance, Team Evolution, or Death, or was it Death? I don't know. It's probably Team Evolution. Plasma to the shotgun, and it was like very fast. It was very fast flick. Like you almost don't see it. It was just enough height to see the guy on the platform, yeah. And let the reload time of the weapon connect. I don't know. It's kind of too stylish. I guess It's not just Noctis. I think there was no Uwu from Austria, and the both of them are really strong ones. So it wasn't it was their second best, maybe third best lineup that they could gather at that time. But yeah. Again, my teammate here, who was really enthusiastic in the video that I showed at the beginning of this. He's like very happy because he was spectating the game. This was as well like, what the hell is this splash damage? I knew I got surprised by the guy, so I needed to be hid behind the pillar and behind the wall here. But this splash from Rocket, I don't. It's like very rare occasions when you see it. Like you sometimes will see that. Well, I don't know how often it is. You can shoot a rocket and it will explode behind the enemy or something. And that's what I think happened here. Because it looks like a direct hit, right? But the splash damage bounces him off very strangely. I guess the guy with my teammate, he had the shotgun, so maybe he did contribute to. Yeah, he had a shotgun. But the bounce was very different. Very, very interesting bounce. I had to stop on this one, but this one looks like straight from the batch. I'm not sure if the Ventata watched batch frag movies, but this whole section with this heavy metal group, this one straight from the batch movie, and the slow mo on the death as well. I don't know. It looked so good. Still looking good. No, I do not. I'm not really aim trainer guy. I just played quite a lot. I guess the same game, and once you play just quite a lot, you gain some kind of aim. My aim is not really hard. I'm not really good aimer, I think. I'm good aimer on the maps that I know, and I'm good aimer in a sense that if I'm on a low ping, I will gonna be very hard to hit. Yes, I will try to do different weird movements and different. Will try to be like unexpected in my movement, and that makes me, I don't know, hit harder and being hit less. But I don't really do any Kovacs or anything. Maybe I should have, because I mean it's a good skill on the paper, right? But it's just for me playing on 90 ping at the best. I don't think it's really gonna do any difference. Else I guess it's too much time. But this frog, yeah, is one of the kind. I was not expecting this to be the frog on Altez the second time. And I like how his corpse is not even his corpse goes into this arc and goes inside. I think. Yeah, it goes inside. And again, slow motion on the frag that the corpse gonna like fall from the slow motion.
My stomach fixed on itself.
This was I'm trying to remember the Denmark team. It was like Div 2, Div 1 team, but they were really strong, especially on Div 20. They were really hard hitting because they both, because Denmark had really good ZLC comes to mind. They really had a good aimer lineup. Was quite few talented aimers and then players. And I know that he was switching to Gauntlet as well. And I don't know how it happened, but this was the moment I knew, like, I hit the spawn, I guessed the spawn. He was very low. And I guess it was sound cue that gave it away, but okay, he's coming back for a Gauntlet, or he's coming back to, do the damage. As much damage as he can, but I was like one step ahead and also switched to Gauntlet at that time. I mean, also cool frag. It's unclear, because I talked about with Noxus. I think it. I'm not sure which command it is, how it looks like, but why it's not feeling as impactful as it was, because I hit like almost 4 rockets on him, not all direct, but very controlling splash rockets that bounced him on the map with the walls and allowed me for almost as good damage output as I could have done with my stack and his stack. He had a lot of stack, this guy. I think it was Hicks from Poland under Elias as well. But let's see. I obviously want to rush LG and try to capture LG room, but the guy blocks me, my own teammate, and I see the guy coming into, so I had to do something. So I retreated and started to bounce rockets. Yeah, almost direct ones, but the moment that you see the frames, I mean, at 60 FPS, obviously, it's... So you fire here, but the rocket appears like 5 frames afterwards. And obviously you don't see the impact, but it was a direct. It's quite fast, right? It's very fast. It's just one of those moments. I'm not sure what command it is, but the delay between firing and a rocket appearing on your screen, I think it's anticlimactic. That was one of the off-putting things about this frag, because the frag on paper looks really cool. It's just that you fire and then you only see the rocket after 3-4 frames. Or the guy who introduced me to 1000 pulling rate on my mouse, USB rate, USB pulling rate. I have no business winning this third duel in the Gauntlet. The guy has on the lower ground. You have a bigger chance to connect with the Gauntlet, I think. So that's why when you doing Gauntlet on Gauntlet, you wanna crouch as well, because what will happen is that the guy will have the crosshair on, let's say, top half of your body, and then you crouch. Your hitbox becomes lower, and there is a good chance he's not gonna connect with his Gauntlet hit scan, but you're gonna connect with yours. So him being on a low ground and coming from the low ground with the Gauntlet, he had no business not connecting with single hit, I think, because I don't see myself getting hit from him. So I was like very lucky that I managed to win the third one, so it shouldn't have been It shouldn't have made the cut in the frog movie. Okay, I got hit once, but it's still like very lucky for me. Again, kind of anticlimactic because second nade, you don't see it, right? Like you see fire it here. But you don't even see it on the screen because it's like it was a direct hit, obviously, but yeah. I think this one, how I came to this position is kind of funny. I think I spawned obviously in a room, in a near room with nades. I remember I knew the timing of the red, so I decided to jump off these pillars and bring some havoc. Bring some chaos in the room with the nades, but if I get one frag, it would be good enough. So yeah, I think I was quite happy with this endure of attacking with just nades. This one also kind of educated guess. You see, you enter the room. You enter the room, you see the corpse, and you see the shotgun. There is no way enemy is not nearby. I almost like he could have been there, and I don't think I remember hearing the snap cases sound. So it was like, okay, I'm gonna stop, and I think like this is educated guess, the guy behind the pillar, and I was ready for him, I guess. Even though it looked like a cool thing to drop LG to the guy who I knew like had a bigger stack than me, I could get greedy and take this obviously, but my LG from this encounter was like at 17, 18 shells left. So his idea was, you take LG, I know there is not much cells, but I hope you're gonna take the route to the jump pad here, because at the bottom of below there's 2 ammo boxes for LG which you wanna control. If you have LG, you wanna like collect those and circle around those. So what I was hoping for is like the guy with the bigger stack is gonna take some LG. Oh, he got a shotgun, so it probably was okay. You take LG and take the ammo from the jump pad, below the jump pad. Is there anything behind? Yeah, this was just timing. That was just me knowing that I will time my shots because I want to make sure I hit something. And the rockets I hit, I think they're relatively easy to connect. So wasn't nothing fancy. Just I waited. I did not spam my weapon. Waited for the perfect moment when the enemy was in the air. It's just very funny and lucky sequence because their guys are with too. And the last guy I frag here in this section is a bit poor soul because for some reason he cannot hit me. You will see the shots or the rockets flying behind my back, but the guy didn't hit me, and I was like cleaning his whole team before I noticed him behind my back. There was some rocket there, I think. Some rocket fired here. And I turn around and I see him. It's like random also. It was like Polish B team, I guess. Cool guys too. Russian pickup, I think. All Russian nicknames. But the LG was kind of snappy, I guess. It was. Just LG and just quick snap on the enemies. That's what made the sequence, I guess. But yeah, VNTT is genius. I think this, like, the ability to capture your attention with the, the frag is one thing, but with the frag and the music and make it interesting, because he always had this kind of ability to make it interesting to watch and rewatch as well. Made a spelling mistake because Russians don't know English, as you guessed from my poor English. Being perfectionist, as I know he's like, yeah, fuck it. Why didn't I proof check myself on the appearance? This, not quick this, I guess it's from Call of Duty 4 in dance. My teammate Oliver from Sweden, HHGHG is one of the also cool guys that I never met in my life. My first year in dormitory in the university, and it was 2000. Which year it was? 2008. Yeah, I think 2008, my first year in university. I don't know anybody. Quake Life is not yet out, I think. It's starting to get out. And I'm just bored out of my mind in my dormitory because I want to play Quake 3. And there is servers, Quake 3, hosted by my dormitory, by my university. So it has like one ping. Somebody hosting servers at my dormitory. And I just joined the server, and I find a guy who's also obviously from my university, who's also in dormitory. So we play some games. I think he destroys me on the Quake 3 duel on ZTN or something, and we started to chat, and turns out really cool guy. I'm not sure what his life is right now, but the one who got me introduced to this whole. I think Quick Life was starting to get, because I remember in my first year in dormitory I was like looking at the DM tournaments where Quake 3 to DM tournaments where the guys were still like using coaches. The coaches had the ability to be in a spectator seat for your team, and he can watch all 4 screens. Like Quake 3 was, I'm not sure why so many features, cool features like gaming TV, GTV, or how it's called, were really scrapped in the Quake Life. It's such a shame. But the guy who could, in the spectator mode, he could watch his teammate. He could spam like team binds, team say, like a timings of the quad. Let's say they had some kind of cool binds that they spammed red 24 seconds because they know they picked it up and they know the timing. So this was like a coach. I remember I saw some Russian playing TDM at that time. Quets, you pronounce the girl, the famous Quake 4, Quake Live, Quake 3 player from Russia. He was the coach, and I remember vividly playing. I've seen their games at that time, so it was still Quake 3 era, but it was like on a break of Quake Live, and they rolled out with the browser and everything. Because I don't remember playing with those guys, the HG, Junks, Sinus, Dance, all my first teammates in Quake Live from PDM era when I joined them. because I was just playing public free for all for 1 year, and then moved to public TDM, and maybe it was a couple of years after we met with HGHG, but we exchanged the contacts, and he's like, okay, you wanna, because he was also in this band and he was also in this clan, and decided me to give me a shot to introduce me to the Quake, to the competitive Div 2 TDM scene. Yeah, there was quite a few characters from the TDM public scene in the Quake Live back then. Unfortunately, it all went to the dumpster when they did the split with the pro subscription and the rotations and so on and so. People were not really keen to continue playing and buying, like spending money for the game. Yes, as well. So it killed. If we didn't have too much people, like we had like maybe few hundreds of people playing public, now we had like 50, 20%, 20 people. More than half was gone. And the TDM public scene was like, was really interesting. There was one guy who was like, funny enough, he had the reputation. He built a reputation for himself, but he was just joining the games on public servers, and he would frag everyone, like his teammates. Self-damage was on. I think he was mainly focusing on his teammates. I don't know what his problem was. Nickname was View. I think he had Polish flag or something. That guy just decided to frag everyone, mostly your teammates, and he was just like, at one point you were like, fuck, I have this guy in my team, so what I'm gonna do? I wanna win this public TDM match. I'm gonna frag him first so that he will not cause the nuisance. Or I had a better strategy. When I knew that the guy is spawned with machine gun and he's gonna start firing at me, I would hide, because I knew that the enemy would like switch attention to him. And once the enemy switches attention to this guy on my teammate, I would go over the the wall, and I would unhide myself to be able to seize this opportunity of my enemy focusing this guy who is like completely, I don't know what his problem was, but he get the kick out of killing your own teammates for something in public game. It was still fun. I don't know. It was still fine in my book. It's just like, oh, extra obstacle you need to do to win this public TDM match. Rovesha being Raven, Ravensha being one of the first. I mean, not first, but he was one of the guys from my hometown. Also playing Quake Live, Quake 3 at the time. As well as Killer. Killer was like my buddy from my hometown. His brother basically introduced me to the Quake 3 scene, yeah. And we spent lots of time together. We played 2v2 cups in my hometown and we won them. Well, even with the Moscow guys who were like obviously more experienced than we were, even with them, I guess they didn't have the best lineups, but so there was like Moscow to my hometown is like 2-hour train ride, and it's not really far, but you need to like commit quite a lot of your in a day of time. So, and obviously the prize pools for our tournaments, local tournaments, were not great. So obviously not many Moscow guys decided to come to Tver, my hometown, for a tournaments, but few of them did, and one of them was really good. Dual guy called Machiavelli, Russian Machiavelli. I lost him in a final in the 1v1 tournament, but the next tournament we had 2v2, and with Killer we just think we had a competition, but we won the first one, first place with him. even with some of the guys who had obviously more practice. Obviously more practice meaning at that time when I was playing, I guess it was 2004. It wasn't 2004, it was maybe 2006. 2007. There was duel one, which Machiavelli won. I did quite okay with him on Airwalk, but apart from Airwalk, I think he just styled on me. So at that time, 2007, in my hometown, the only way to play online Quake 3 was to buy some type of cards that will allow you the internet connection, and they were really expensive for obviously the like guys who were from the school who I was still in school, 17 years old. But one thing, they were expensive, another thing, they were just giving you 1 hour of internet connection, and you can use that to redeem the internet connection, and then you can play online in Quake 3. It was just so much money down the drain, in my opinion. So we never had this luxury in my hometown as Moscow guys did. Moscow guys, they just went to the LAN cafe, played probably everyone they could probably play. They could play Europeans in that time and practice Quake 3 duels, but we had only ourselves to train against, like a small cesspool of the guys from my hometown to play against. There was one guy who was really rich, and he could afford this internet cards connection cards, and he one day decided to train. I think was preparing for one of the local duel tournaments. I think he either won or he maybe came second or something. But with this like experience of playing online with much better players than you are, he obviously had a really great things to gain. Right now, it's kind of funny to think about it in 2007. Like most of the world had the internet connection probably, but not small towns like in Russia, where I was growing up. But yeah, this one of the old ones of my good friends.
Passed away. Oh, now I'm a lonely man. Moving on, moving on, moving on, moving on, moving on, moving on.
Is it quick check? Oh, he even played with Hamzik. There's another guy. 2007. Huh? Oh, okay. There's no prize pool, but there was prize, obviously. The Moscow guys would not come to my hometown to play Quake 3 if there was no prize money. But the prize money was so small that it was barely covering their trip, their tickets for train from Moscow to Tver. He later won LAN party in Moscow, who he beat. Hamzik was really good. He was very good at Quake 2v2 Quake 3, but he also was, I think, very good at Quake 4 at the beginning of it. I couldn't stomach Quake 4, unfortunately. The first impression of what I had with Quake 4 was such a bad impression. And at the time they fixed it with patching, like a few months later, it was already like too junky for me. I had this like junk impression that it's so bad that I didn't really want to give another try to Quake 4. To this day, I don't know how to crouch slide. That's why Quick Champions maybe was never hit. But that was another reason why Quick Champions was never hit for me, because being hooked on the Quick 3 engine, how it feels to run around with the Quick 3 engine and having the same in Quake Live. There is no way I can abandon this, satisfaction of clicking buttons and seeing them reflect in my screen and playing something like half cooked as Quick Champions engine. But yeah, the guy was good. The guy was really good. 2005, he already was after Enemy, Evil, and Cooler. After Cypher. What was it? Best of one final? Correct? Best of one format. What the? Oh wow! It was. It was brutal. Okay. So that was first movie. I didn't know if I did any justice to my claim that I'm gonna kill some beans. But yeah. Funny enough how it's the most popular right now still for him. And the most recent one is not really far behind, which is also interesting. But that's I can leave it for another time. If I ever hit this kind of goal that I have 7 years ago. Against both frags. But yeah, thanks everyone who watched it. I'm not sure if there is any watchers, but yeah. Next time. Next one in line is the Singularity. If we ever hit 50 bucks, don't need it. Cheers, thank you. Hope it was as entertaining as it was for me. But I kind of indulge myself in this memory lane, Cheers.